Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that share button. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Okay, today we're going to be talking about 3 sneaky things that women do to test your confidence. And the reason why I'm making this video is because not a lot of guys are MGTOW. Not a lot of guys are going celibate, but a lot of guys are red pill and they're aiming and they're still dating. So for those that are still dating, these are going to be some tips that you need to watch out for that a woman is going to do that you may not be understanding in the process. And for those who may have been tested in the past and did not know how to pass them. So this is not going to everyone. This is only going to a certain group of men that are still out here dating. All right. The first thing, when you're talking to a woman, one of her ultimate tests is to talk to another man in front of you. What you must do, silence. Silence. See, when you're red pill, you gotta already expect it. When you already expecting a woman to do something, it's less emotional that's gonna happen. That's just like if you know somebody that's clumsy, right? And then they trip over their shoestrings, or they trip and they do something, they walk down the steps. You ever met somebody that was just clumsy? Then when they did do something clumsy, you didn't have a reason to help them out because you was expecting it. See, when you expect something to happen, you're less emotional to it. So when it comes to a woman, just know her ultimate test is to talk to another man in front of you to see how you react. The best thing for you to do is to be silent. Silence is golden to a woman because it gives her nothing to play off of. The more you talk, the more she analyzes. The more you move, the more she analyzes. The more emotional you become, the more you analyze. Women only attract what she cannot figure out. That's the brain of a woman. If I cannot figure it out, I'm going to constantly attract it. And women, when you are silent, will constantly talk to try to agitate to get you to talk. So when you start talking, they can analyze your every movement. That's why silence is golden whenever they're starting to test you. All right. Number two is going to be when she goes cold in the relationship. That's when she wants to play the I'm not going to call you anymore. Now, before she starts playing this I'm not going to call you anymore role, you got to start looking at the events that led up to her doing that, as if you have came off too needy or not. But if you haven't came off too needy and you've always maintained your red pill masculine role and you know that the game is coming, silence. Silence. Silence is gonna always get a woman. Remember, everything that she does is to get a reaction. When she gets the reaction, she absorbs the reaction, she starts analyzing, then she figures out how to conquer the reaction. That's all a woman's doing. A woman is constantly reading people's emotions. This is why like when you start complaining about women, they'll constantly say, oh, you've been hurt, huh? Oh, you've been through this, huh? Oh, he's miserable, huh? Oh, he's that, huh? They're constantly analyzing, not knowing that, hey, that may not be the story. But based off of every guy that she has analyzed and the reaction that you gave her, that's the answer she came up with, because every guy that reacted like that, that was the answer that she analyzed through him. So when you're silent, once again, you throw her off. Once you see her off, and once you see her start doing baiting questions, and when she starts talking to you to get a response, that's when you know you're ahead of the game. See, the worst thing that a person could do is to talk to a smart ass. You ever talk to a smart aleck? Don't they just make you mad? Because they got a very intellect way of responding to your questions or your answer, and it just draws you mad every time if you can't answer back intellectually. But it's got to be like that with a woman. You must keep her silent. You must remain silent while she guesses. But when you talk, you got to speak with power, but then you got to learn to be quiet. So when she comes and tests you with that, you make sure your reaction is silence. All right. Number 1, mixed signals. One day she like you, next minute she don't. One minute she calling you all the time, next minute she not. This is another one. When they get around to doing mixed signals, that means that you have done 3 and 2 properly. properly. Mixed signals is her desperation to try to figure you out. Let me act like this. Now let me act like that. Let me act like this. Now let me act like that. When they get around to doing a lot of mixed signals, it's because they have no analyzation and you are fully in control. So best believe the more mood swings that she's having around you, the less analyst she has of you. When a woman has you completely analyzed, she starts adjusting her personalities to wooing what she wants out of you. So she'll start catering towards you, treating you like a king, sliding back off, being very dominant. She'll always go through these characters to where she's interacting with you. When she's giving you mixed signals, that means that you have the power. A lot of guys don't understand this when it comes to mixed signal time. They think that it's just a game. It is a game. But the game that she's playing with mixed signals is she's trying to figure out what type of character moves you. What type of character gives you a reaction. So once she finds out, all right, he gets mad when I act like this, and then he's calm when I act like this. Throughout the relationship, she's already finding ways to train you to her by giving you mixed signals. She's seeing which character you adapt to, and whatever character you adapt to, she'll know to play that role to get the reaction. So understand, mixed signals just means you're empowered. What do you do with mixed signals times? Silence. Silence. Silence is the #1 dating rule. And for you guys out there dating, this is all you need to think about when you're dating. The slower you move, the faster she will. You must be disciplined to moving slow. Slow. If you're gonna see her every single day and this is a girl that you're dealing with, you gotta go some days where you don't say nothing to her even though you see her, just so she guess she done did something wrong. You can't do that. Do not get up in here. You gotta pull away. Move slow. Move slow. And when they start throwing these tests at you and you're able to see the test, that gives you the advantage. But remember, you're only going to win with silence, because the moment you start talking and the moment you start moving, then she's going to analyze everything about you. And she's going to start giving mixed signals to see which characters work and which characters don't. This is Anthony Spade. Hasta la vista. Welcome to When the Game Change.
King Beats. Pendo, kill the beat.
See, what you gotta understand is, this is the rawest, the realest, the most truthful, the most controversial red pill of them all. You're gonna get nothing but that raw, that uncut, that day-to-day, that makes you stronger as a man, that keeps you going. But first, I introduce you to Anthony Spade. It's a new day, man, gotta wake up. Can't stay stuck when you're down on your luck. The game fucked up, but the world don't care. In the lockdown, there's a change in the air. Now they got a mask that they force you to wear. Everybody's scared, but they hoping for prayers. Stuck in the house, hibernating like a bear, stressed out from the kids about to pull out your hair. When the game change, man, you gotta change with it. Can't wait for it, so you gotta go get it. It's money out there, but you really don't see it. Without a dream pass, man, you ain't going near it. It's easier to talk than it is to walk. Got the heart of a tiger with the eye of a hawk. Looking down at the flock that be hugging the block. Year after year, still fucking with cops. See, when you take that red pill, it opens your mind up to all of your insecurities that are holding you back. It allows you to develop the confidence.